The number 1 of Joel Hetrick is on the comeback trail in ATV Motocross. At our last event in Virginia, he led early in Moto 1, while the competition was left battling it out behind him. That led to a wild day of racing. Brandon Hogues ending with that crash and a broken wrist. Hetrick cruised to the first Moto win, leaving the chaos behind, and looked to do the same in Moto 2. Series points leader Chad Wienen was up to third early, leaving this battle in his wake. Then Wienen made the move on Thomas Brown for second. But there was no catching Hetrick, one of the few to run without problems on this rugged day. Up next, 3 big motos in Texas. Three Palms here in Conroe, Texas, just outside of Houston. A very unique event. We got to make up ground in, maybe you've heard, kind of a bizarre schedule for all sports in 2020. So we're going to run 3 events this weekend, 3 points paying motos at the very fun Premier Action Sports Park here in Texas. Nick Janusa's Yamaha and Logan Stanfield's machine all here and ready. That's Brogan Geyer's Honda. You got the Mickelson brothers, Hayden and Noah on their Phoenix Racing Maxxis back machines. There's Jeffrey Rastrelli, been waiting for him to catch fire this year. Alan Myers has made strides toward the podium. Same with Cody Ford, been very fast out of the gate. Bryce Ford as well. A lot of young talent starting to break through. Troy Hill on the number 14 wants to be one of them. Wes Lewis been out the game for a while. He's quick. But right now, all eyes on this man trying to make a comeback to get back-to-back titles. Let's talk to our champ.
Mixing it up again with a new venue for the schedule. Doubleheader too, which is going to be interesting. We haven't had one of them, I mean, since I've been racing pro ever, so this is very unique. We're doing 2 motos today, normal format today, and then Sunday we'll run 1 moto. It'll be in the schedule, so, you know, hopefully I prepared well enough and I can go out here and bust some moto wins out and come home happy.
Thomas Brown, Texas native. Let's check in.
Here in the great state of Texas, man, hometown race for me. Well, somewhat hometown, only 4 hours from the house. It's going to be a survival, especially with being rough and the doubleheader weekend, but I'm excited for it. Hopefully be up on that box and see what we can do this weekend.
So a sentimental pick, with Brown being the Texas native. There's Chad Wienen, your series leader. He'd like to pad that points lead today. We'll see how it turns out. We'll be racing next. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATVMC. And by CST Tires. Line them up here in the first moto. Well, make sure you get the fist bump to the kids in the amateur classes first there, Joel Hetrick. Now we're ready to rock. The 3 moto format begins. We're on board. Rocky Mountain ATVMC camera with Hetrick. Here we go. Hetrick looks good into the first turn. Bryce Ford, though, on the number 4, going to beat him to it. Big stack up there. Mickelson almost went off the racetrack. Now Chad Wienen, where did he come from? And now another stack up. Was that Thomas Brown in that pileup in turn 2? Look at this battle. Oh, Bryce Ford going to lose the lead. Wienen is not messing around in this first moto. Look at that, side by side, and he takes over the lead on the Yamaha. Ford got to back it back down. No, he's going to try to make a run around the outside. Great racing here at Three Palms, and the riders say they love the soil. Something new here. We got the drone cam. This is great stuff as we go to the rollers. Can Ford hang with the points leader? And Hetrick in third. You do not often see Hetrick come into turn 1 in good position and then lose ground after that. But man, shot out of a cannon early is Wienen. Then another mistake by Ford allows the leader to get away a little bit further. Hetrick now going to have to set Ford up. It's what you like, though. Ford's been pulling these starts, and he's getting used to that pace up front. It's going to get easier every time. I could get used to this, the drone cam. Really fun place to ride and race. Got multiple tracks out here. So we're on board with Janusa, showing you how rough it gets for a pro day. How about Ford? Trying different lines to show a wheel to your leader. And we got a new player in town. Hedrick and Wienen have had plenty of private duels for this title, and of course Moto and race wins, but today Bryce Ford right in that mix. Wienen always good in these sandy conditions. We saw it at Redbud earlier in Michigan. This year the soil looked pretty similar to this. As the tracks get rougher, he can use his long length, big frame guy, and it helps. But he's not yarding Ford. Alan Myers having his problems here. That's a disappointment. Oh, Ford, little mistake. That's going to cost him, and Hedrick immediately pounces. Smart move by Hedrick to get to the outside and block. Make sure he did not come back through. So now it's on. Great job by Ford. Got to be proud of what this kid has brought this year. Can he stay with them? And can Hedrick close the gap on your leader, Wienen, with clear track in front of him? Wienen, you see hard on the brakes. Front suspension compressing. Look at this. Ford is staying with Hedrick and putting pressure on. If not for that one mistake, he might still be in front of him. He has the pace today. Janusa in a dogfight back here with Rastrelli. Rastrelli not able to clear that jump. Another spot for Janusa. And exciting to watch here at Three Palms. We'll see if the Honda boys can run down Wienen. The battle continues to rage behind them. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATVMX and by CST Tires. Now we got a battle. Chad Wienen leads. Joel Hedrick has pulled the pin. It is full send mode right now, and he has caught him. And we've got a one-on-one duel for the lead and a classic between two riders who have had so many great battles through the years. Looked like Wienen might have had the edge early in this moto, but look at the tricks that Hedrick is using to make up ground on that Phoenix Racing Honda. He is on fire right now. Oh, and a mistake. All the work Hedrick did to get to the rear grab bar of Wienen, and he threw it away. Now Troy Hill having problems. Look at this, Hedrick not giving up on it. And he needs to keep charging like this. He has to make up points in every moto. What has happened here? Wesley Wolf, a mechanical problem, and Nick Janusa pulling up right behind him. We've got the Rocky Mountain on board here with Hedrick, who has once again caught Wienen. And it is on right now here at Three Palms in Texas. Does Joel have an area where he can make the pass, though? And Wienen is very tough to get around. So Hedrick going to run to the outside wherever Wienen is on the inside. Here we go. He's on the inside this next corner, and Wienen knew it was going to happen, and he beat him to the spot. See Ford back here in third. He's running a great race, but Hedrick has gone next level to catch the leader, pulled away from Ford. Now he's made another mistake, and as the white flag is coming out, Wienen has pulled back away. Logan Stanfield, best race of the year for him in the top 5. Thomas Brown has caught Ford to try to take the podium away. Oh, Hedrick's got to get desperate here as he clears that triple, trying to get to the 44. Can Chad Wienen hold on? Be huge championship implications. Ford trying to cling to that podium spot. Checkered flag coming out. And Chad Wienen does it here in the first of 3 motos in Texas. Oh, look at Brown trying everything. Well, there just wasn't a place to make a pass there, but he had to go for it. Ford will hold on for the podium. We go to the second moto here on Saturday. Again, we'll have another third moto tomorrow. And Hedrick got to have revenge on the mind. He's got to start ahead of Wienen. Here we go. Oh, Ford way up around the outside, and it leads to a gigantic pileup. Alan Myers got hooked up on the tires of Ford and goes down. I hope he's okay. Up front, Thomas Brown and Joel Hedrick battling for the lead. This is what Brown wanted, a better start. There is Myers. So Ford came into that first turn. There was a lot of bumping and banging. I don't want to say he came in there too hot. Might have been nudged by someone. But either way, he was off the main race line, and that led to a tangle up. Look at this battle for the lead, and Hedrick makes a quick pass on Brown. Brown going to use the inside to try to get him back, but no. This is what Hedrick needed. Got him on the Rocky Mountain ATVMX onboard and he has put the Honda up front. Pair of Yamahas. Wienen not too far behind in third, going to try to get him back. And there's Ford trying to make up ground. So he was third in the first moto with a bad start here. Well, not that bad. Look at this. Somehow, he's up to fourth and challenging Wienen for position. Serious speed with Ford, no doubt about it. And you're also going to see some serious speed from Hetrick now that he has clear racetrack. But look at Wienen. He has his hands full with Ford doing everything. He wants to get around Brown. He leaves the door open and Ford makes the pass. We have not seen many riders get up in this mix. It's primarily been these three. Hetrick, Brown, Wienen on the podium. Jeff Rastrelli has had a couple of years where he's been able to knock on that door. And now Bryce Ford doing it as well. Awesome to see this talent. And look at Ford going for second on Brown. Oh, couldn't get the drive out of the inside of that corner and allows Brown to hold him off. And you know that Wienen is lurking. And there it is. Wienen to the inside. Ford just running all the way to the side of the track to find some real estate. But the inside again, he couldn't get that jump. So he gives third back. Just so hard when you're dealing with all this experience with Wienen. Great rider. But most importantly these days, he knows all the tricks. Hetrick has pulled away. You give this guy open racetrack, good luck. Unbelievable what he's been able to do. And Brown is riding very hard to try to keep that number one in his sights. So Hetrick trying to get the points back that he lost to Wienen in the first moto. Lewis and Janusa going at it here on the big jumps in the Lone Star State. Stay with us. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATVMX and by CST Tires. Great racing here at Three Palms ATV Motocross. Joel Hetrick has pulled away, but a three-rider showdown in the Lone Star State for second, third, and fourth. Chad Wienen trying to take the spot away from Thomas Brown, and he gets it done. Here's Hetrick, your leader. Got that thing dialed in. So Wienen, a little bit of a scare early in this one. Ford was able to take the measure of him and push him to fourth, but he has climbed back up to second. This live drone shot, man, is that fun to watch. What Hetrick's able to do on an ATV. He's incredible. Got to get around. Riders running into some mechanical problems there. Man, you can watch hours of these drone shots to really see the style of Hetrick. 1 lap to go. Remember, this is not the end of the weekend. We will come back. We'll have a third moto on our show. We normally only have 2, making up some ground on the schedule. And give these guys an extra chance to score points, and that's what you need if you're Hetrick facing a deficit to Wienen after some mechanical problems at mid-season. And more problems for Troy Hill. He's had some issues both motos today. Here is Hetrick bringing it home. And the Phoenix Racing Honda rider out of Pennsylvania looking good here in Moto 2. Hey, good to see Alan Myers back up after that vicious first turn crash. Here's Hetrick, going to go 2-1, and he wins Saturday's overall over Wienen. Let's talk to him.
Super happy to get the overall, no points lost. We got a moto tomorrow, and I tell you right now, I'm going to try my best to take that moto home with me because I need that one headed into south of the border, and then we'll be battling it out there.
All right, so now we get ready for this third moto on a Sunday. There's Wienen getting ready. Alan Myers shaken, not stirred after that first turn crash. But he has one day to take what they learned from Saturday and apply it here. Ford's got the start again. It's exciting whenever the kid's up front. Let's see what he can do with it. Bryce Ford is a Texas native, and he is definitely feeling it on this track. Probably some familiar soil. He has run up front and given the big dogs all they can handle. Ford is last year's champion in the Pro-Am class, and he's not just delivered on the hype moving into the Pro Division, but maybe he's exceeded it when you've got the speed to run with these guys. Hetrick second, Good to see Jeffrey Rastrelli with a good start here in third. Looking to get his season back on track. This would be a good way to do it. Rastrelli absolutely has podium level potential. Wienen trying to sneak up on the inside and get around Rastrelli, and he's done it. Rastrelli now on the inside of the next corner, looking to return and fire. Side by side they go. And the live drone giving you a shot of all the action around this track on a Sunday here at Three Palms. Just outside of Houston, Texas, we're on board with Nick Janusa. There is Ford. Can Ford do this? Could he turn this into a Moto win? It has been fun to watch him lead laps and battle with those big names, but can he turn it into a victory before this 2020 season is over? And the Texan certainly has it under control right now. I mean, Hendrick is not putting pressure on. And Wienen, same thing. He's not pressing Hendrick. So it's, oh, and then Ford makes a mistake. And now he has Hendrick all over him. Man, I was just going to say it's his race to win or lose. And he makes the big error. So now the battle for the lead is on. Good battle through the rollers. Ford has pace. Just because they caught him doesn't mean it's going to be easy to get around, but a couple more mistakes. Takes a look over. He wants to get back to the inside and block Hendrick. Couldn't quite get it done, and then Hendrick crosses over and takes over the lead. Well, Ford was going for it. A few mistakes from running that ragged edge. You have the feeling that Hendrick can run this pace all day. He's been doing it for years, but a lot of lessons learned, and another one coming. There is Wienen getting by. Still a great job for the young rider to lead some laps. Not easy to hold off the likes of Hendrick and Wienen. He did it for a while. Nick Janusa, as always, in a great battle back here. Looking for a podium today. Joel Hendrick looking to get away. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATVMC and by CST Tires. Hendrick in the lead now, and Chad Wienen catching him. ATV Motocross from Three Palms in Texas. Beautiful facility here, multiple motocross tracks and a lot of other things to do. Got some water sports here. And here's Nick Janusa. He's in a battle with Rastrelli. Believe this is for 4th and 5th. So good run for Janusa out of New Jersey. Look, Hendrick has been caught by Chad Wienen. So Wienen really feeling it in this moto. Very good in the first moto yesterday. But very rare is it that you see someone catch Joel Hendrick. Can he make the pass? Looking for it right now on the Wienen Motorsports Yamaha. Diving down and bumping, and that makes the difference. Got Hendrick out of line. I don't really know if I can call that either way. I think he just came in deep. I don't think the intention was to knock Hendrick offline, but if you're a Hendrick fan, you're probably going to see it the other way. That's usually the way it goes in racing. But either way, he has made the pass. Came into that corner deep. They bumped tires, and that was just enough to get Hendrick offline. Hendrick's going to have to try to do something about this, and he's losing a little bit of ground. These roller sections, traditionally a real specialty of Wienen, but there's no doubt Joel Hendrick is bad fast, and he's trying to use that speed to keep the Yamaha man in sight. But how about this? Wienen just on the gas today. Well, the big man from Galena, Illinois, he doesn't want to just win this title with consistency. He wants to do it with speed and pace. It's up to Hendrick to try to get him back. White flag is out. Oh, Thomas Brown. It's been a rough weekend here in his home state. Oh, Hendrick in full send mode here on the last lap. And he's got to be. Cannot afford to lose any points. Making huge mistakes, but that's what happens when you're on the ragged edge. And he comes up short of that double. Didn't get the drive out of the corner with the mistake. Still tried to clear it. And he's still not giving up. Closing on Wienen right to the end. But Chad Wienen, what a race. Had to make passes, get around Hetrick and get away. That is not something you see very often. But he has been on the gas this weekend at Three Palms, looking to take 2 of the 3 moto wins. Hetrick digging deep, closing in. Could be a dramatic finish. Wienen's got to stay perfect through here. And remember, we have this corner, this left-hander. That's where Wienen made the pass. Hetrick's not close enough to return favor. Chad Wienen, a huge win here at Three Palms. Ford to hold on for 3rd.
We made it happen, and we got to the front, and we got right behind Joel and gave him a little move, and I got around him, and just a huge hats off to my team and everybody behind me. We're carrying the points lead. We gained points this weekend. We're taking 10 into the last round, and we just got to keep rolling, baby, and we'll see you guys there.
Let's review the action via CST Tires of our 3 motos in Texas. Bryce Ford whole shots to the first moto. Good battle between he and Joel Hetrick, but Chad Wienen had already made the moves to get out front. Wesley Wolf tangled up here, having some equipment problems. Joel Hetrick dug deep but could not catch Chad Wienen, who takes the first moto. Moto 2, Ford way on the outside, tangles. Alan Myers goes down hard. Thomas Brown had the lead. Hetrick able to get him. Ford catches up to Wienen. Great battle for 3rd. And Wienen is able to take the measure of the young rider. Another battle back here with Janusa. Wienen wasn't done. After getting around Ford, he gets around Brown for 2nd, but he could not catch Hetrick. So now the rubber match, a moto win apiece from Wienen and Hetrick going into the final moto of the weekend. Another whole shot for Ford, and he looked really good in the early laps. But finally, a few too many mistakes allows Hetrick to get by. And then this bump pass from Wienen allows him to take the lead from Hetrick. Hetrick really hanging it out of the last lap. No chance of clearing this double. He still sends it, comes up way short. You have to do to get points and win this title. Wienen the win, Hetrick 2nd. There's Bryce Ford. What a weekend for him, showing he can run with the best in the game, especially here at his home state. That's it for ATV Motocross from Three Palms. Congrats to Chad Wienen. See you next week.